Hey guys, this is Alan Chatfield from lifestoogood.net. I'm going to keep this really quick because otherwise it'll just get very boring. Let me explain. On the screen we have a Google Doc, a Google spreadsheet, which is my accountability diet tracker. And what I'm basically trying to track is, do I get enough vitamins every day? Do I get enough sleep? Do I eat after 9 p.m., which is something I try and avoid doing? Have I eaten any chocolate that day because I'm trying to give up chocolate? Have I drunk enough water? Have I eaten enough fruit and veg? And what sports have I done? And what exercise, in terms of like gym type exercises I do indoors, have I done? Have I under-eaten? And has the meal content in general that I've eaten been okay, good, or perfect? So I'm not going to focus too much on it, what it looks like, because I appreciate to you guys this will just look like a lot of numbers at the moment. But to explain, I'm going to skip through to today. So this is a system where each day you just very quickly bash in the numbers for the criteria you've set. So today is the 3rd of May. It's the late evening. So normally I'd do this the next day, but the first thing in the morning. But just to demonstrate this, yes, I did take my vitamins today. So I put a 1 in there, and it's got conditional formatting, so it turns green. I did get more than 7 hours sleep last night. I got 8 hours. And it's not 9 p.m. yet, so in theory I should leave that blank and then fill it out when I know I haven't eaten after 9 p.m. But I promise you that I'm not going to eat past 9 p.m. today, so I'm going to give myself a 1, and you'll just have to trust me on that. No chocolate. No, I'm not eating chocolate today. More than 1.5 litres of water. I've already drank my 1.5 litres of water. I have a really good trick for drinking plenty of water, and that is I actually have a 1.5 litre bottle of sparkling water that I open a new bottle every day and make sure that I get through that bottle. It makes it really easy for me to get through that water, and sometimes then I drink more. If it's just relying on me getting glasses of water and measuring it, then it doesn't work. But if I have a bottle of water that I know by the end of the day, if that bottle's empty, I've drank the water I wanted to drink. So that's that one. So let me go through what I've done with my fruit and veg. So this morning, first thing, I had a banana. I had a salad with my lunch, and I had some carrots, and I had lots of chickpeas, which are not on there, but they come under other vegetables. And I also had some celery with my dinner. So that's the fruit and veg for the day. For some reason that hasn't copied across that cell there. Okay, so you can see that's green. If it's less than 5 fruit and veg a day, it's amber, because that's like a warning. I haven't had enough. And actually you can see for the past few weeks I haven't had enough. One of the big reasons for this is that I'm on Tim Ferriss's slow carb diet, and on the slow carb diet you're not allowed any fruit whatsoever. So I realise I'm eating lots of vegetables. I'm actually transitioning to this system where I track exactly what I want from a diet. And one thing I've recently started cheating with, as you can see on the sheet, is I'm allowing myself, if I don't manage to get a breakfast, just 1 banana each day. So that's the only thing I'm cheating with. I'm not having any other fruits, and it's a very recent thing. Anyway, I can come back to that. Total sports. So I've been for 2 walks today with the dog and done nothing else. Exercise today, this morning, I did 5 push-ups. I actually deleted all the formulas from this from the top cell there for each section before this demo anyway, never mind. So, and I've done 30 sit-ups today. The under-eating, I have under-eaten, so that's 2 for that. Basically, I give myself no score if I've over-eaten, a score of 1 if I have just had a normal kind of diet, and 2 if I've undereaten. And for meal content, it goes from 1 to 3. The meal content today has been pretty good, but not perfect. 3 would be perfect. What then happens, as you can see, is at the top of the sheet, I get a score for the day. And the score for today is 19, which is a pretty good score. Yesterday was 16. In fact, the rest of the week has been 16. The objective isn't to worry too much about, so ideally you get a slightly better score each day, but the objective really of this system is just to make sure you're improving week on week, because things will change and happen day to day. You might not get 7 hours sleep one day, or you might be traveling and therefore don't get a chance to, I don't know, take your vitamins or something or other. So really a realistic way of using this system is to look at the week on week score. So if we look back, last week I had a score of about 104. So what will happen is if I get to the weekend and the score is around, let's say, 95, then I know I've got to do a little bit more to beat last week's score. So that encourages me, through having a system, to maybe do a little bit more exercise, or maybe make sure I drink more water, or one of the criteria that I've set to actually make sure that I'm doing the right things. Very quickly, you'll be able to see that actually week by week, so last week I got a score of 104, the week before was 103, the week before 99, and the week before 97. Now, very quickly, the reason that you'll see here, for example, every Saturday I've got pretty terrible scores, and that is because I'm following the Tim Ferriss slow carb diet. And the Tim Ferriss slow carb diet tells you to be very strict about certain things, not eating carbohydrates and not eating fruits, for example, during the week. But then every 7 days, so in my case every Saturday, you have a cheat day where you can just binge on everything. And that's why on Saturdays I've been eating right up until midnight. I've been eating chocolate. I've been eating all kinds of, the worst things you can possibly imagine. But that is part of that diet, is to be able to, every 7th day, eat whatever the hell you like. And I think the theory behind that is, if you were to be on a very strict diet every day, your metabolism would slow down and you wouldn't get the same results. So what that says about my system is this system will work even with the Tim Ferriss diet system. I could keep using this just to track how I'm doing on that. I could add in rows, for example, to say no carbohydrates, and track the fact that I'm not taking any carbohydrates if I was struggling to meet that rule. But in fact, I don't need the tracker to do that, because it's very easy to abide by that system. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to migrate more towards just using this system and just using the things that I think make sense, because actually I've seen better results just using my own system, and I don't actually think it makes that much sense to not eat any fruit at all. I think if you eat things in moderation and follow certain other rules, like under eating, not eating too much, drinking plenty of water, when you feel hungry, a lot of the time you feel hungry because actually it's water you need. So if you drink water and have plenty of water, then your appetite is more regulated. So that's it. That's a quick whirlwind tour of the system, and I can go into the mechanics of how to create this spreadsheet, etc. if anybody's interested in a related post on the website. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope I've managed to do it justice in the way I've explained it. Thanks very much for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. If you want more details, please let me know by leaving a comment below. If you're looking at this on YouTube, you can leave a comment. If you're looking at it on our website, you can leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you have any more detailed questions about how to create a system, I'd be happy to help you. The whole advantage of it is that it's completely tailorable to what you want to follow, and it respects your intelligence in terms of, if you have certain theories about things that you think are good for your health or your fitness, then you can track those things. You don't have to track the things that I'm tracking. So if you have questions and you want to explore this in more detail, I would be very happy to help you. So the thing to do is to subscribe to our mailing list. You'll get a welcome email. You'll also get a free copy of our popular ebook, Enjoy Life More for Less. But when you get the welcome email, just reply to that email and I'll be happy to help you.